parameters of Earth. A very small unit, only one page unit is there, so which is very easy. So parameters in the sense we'll be discussing shape of the Earth, diameter of the Earth at equator and poles, then circumference of the Earth, density of the Earth, and mass of the Earth will be discussing, and extra will be discussing, that is speed of the Earth. So let's start. We'll discuss one by one. First, shape of the Earth. As you know, it is spheroidal shape. Oh, sorry, spheroidal shape was discovered by Greek philosopher, that is Pythagoras, in the BC, that is 1574 to 479 BC. So this was discovered by Pythagoras, as you know. And there are many views. There are many opinions on the shape of the Earth. Earlier, there were actually that is Earth is round, spherical, elliptical, irregular. But the Earth has its own shape, that is called a geoidal shape. Geoidal is actually nothing but ellipsoid shape. This is called as ellipsoid shape. Actual surface boundary of the Earth is like this, and if you see carefully, you can see this. So shape of the Earth is like this. But generally, the Earth is considered as ellipsoid shape, wherein you can see the upper portion, poles, these are poles, are flattened, and in between there is a bulging portion. So the two sides, that is top portion and bottom portion, is spaced, or you can say flat, and the middle part is bulged. Oh, okay. So we can see flattened at poles and bulged at equator. Okay. So why it is important to study? Why it is important to study shape of the Earth? Because it plays a very important role when it comes to climatic condition, climatic zones. Well, I'll tell you. Also, it is important to know the angle of rotation, axis of rotation. Example I'll give. Suppose this is the Earth, okay, and if you make a axis, imaginary axis in between, sorry, imaginary axis in between. So this is imaginary axis. Earth rotates like this, okay, but this axis is, I have shown it straight, but actually the axis of rotation is around this is a, if you make a half axis in middle, and actual axis is around 23.5 degrees towards east side. So it has tilted like this, and because of this tilt, there are so many changes occur on the Earth. First and most important change is, because of this tilt, there is a climatic distribution, unequal distribution of climatic conditions. Like at the poles we have ice, and at the center we have hot conditions, that is at equator. Why it is so? I will tell you in next slide. Wait, here only I will tell you. You can see this is Earth, okay. This axis of Earth, rotation axis of Earth, like this, the Earth will rotate, okay. And suppose sun is here. Sun is here. The sun rays will come towards the Earth surface. If it perpendicular, if strikes perpendicular to the particular point, there the temperature will be very high, and this point will be at around equator point, okay. But this ray is coming, it is not perpendicular to the surface of the Earth, it is making some angle. Because of this, intensity of sunlight or sun rays will be compared to perpendicular, it will be less. So because of this, at the poles we have cold conditions, at the equator we have hot conditions. Again, if you go towards the pole condition, towards north, again we have uh, hot conditions. And one more thing about this one is, this axis will, if you see the orbit of the earth around the sun, this position will change. The north 6 months north pole will be pointing towards the sun. 6 months I'm telling. So throughout the 6 months there will be daylight condition. There will not be any night. In towards, suppose in this condition, this north side is facing toward the sun. So this area will be having 6 months daytime. There will not be any night time. There will not be day and night time. Only day will be there. And at this position here, there will be only dark for 6 months. Okay. After 6 months, this axis will be pointing towards the sun. This upper portion, that is north position. Sorry, is south. This north position will point towards the sun. Okay. As the rotation goes towards, again, I think this part, that is northern part, will point towards the sun. At that time, the northern part will be having 6 months daytime, and southern part will be having 6 months night time. There will not be any day and night conditions. I hope you understood. One more thing, shape of the earth, and here I will show you the size of the earth, comparative size of the earth. I will show you some video so that you will understand what is the size of the earth. Let's see this video. No sound is there, but you can read out and see the sizes of the earth compared to others. This is the Earth's moon, our own moon. Then Mercury size. See how the size gets changes. Mars size, then Venus. Then you can see almost the size of the Earth. Then you can see Neptune. Neptune is so big than Earth. Again, Saturn without rings. You can compare with Earth. Then Jupiter. Then you can see our own sun compared to Earth. How big it is. And bigger than sun, there are many stars. You can see. Bigger than that. 100 times bigger than sun. We have stars in galaxy. You can see red line. See how big stars are there in galaxy. And one more thing I will tell you. These stars will born, and everything has an age. Everything has a origin. Everything has an end. So these stars will, after some time, in the sense, some time is millions of years, this will die. Die means what? It becomes totally dark. Same condition with sun. Now the sun is in youth stage. Sun is in youth stage. So obviously the sun gets older and older, and one day sun will also die. Before that, earth will vanish. Don't worry about that, because there will not be any sunlight, and sunlight is not there means there will not be any life. Because of sunlight only we have life on earth. And there are many galaxies, several hundreds of billions of stars are there, forming a galaxy, obviously. And like this galaxy, there are many galaxies are there, many galaxies, billions of galaxies are there. You can't imagine as well that many galaxies are there in space. And at the end of the what you can say, end of the star becomes bigger and bigger. That means what? Earth will become big. Sorry, sun will become bigger in such a way that it will expand up to or more than Earth's distance. It becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger at the end of the stage. So that bigger and bigger thing will vanish the Earth. Now it is contracted. Density is more. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, you can ask later at the end of the lecture. Before that, we'll study about circumference of the Earth. As you know, circumference is nothing but this one. That is at the middle. If you make a circle, making whole Earth around, so that makes a circumference. Circumference of the circle. So circumference of the Earth is same as that one. So circumference is around 40,075 kilometers. So if you walk from one end and if you go to straight, and if you come to the same position without any changing the route and all those things, it will take around 40,075 kilometers. And the surface area is around 510 million square kilometers. 510 million square kilometer. 1 million, I told you, 1 million is 10 lakh. 1 million is 10 lakh. So just imagine 5,100 lakh square kilometer will be the area of Earth. Area of Earth. Okay. Volume you can see here. It is around 1.08 into 10 raised to 10 square kilometers. Square kilometers. So that much will be the volume of Earth. Then mass of the Earth, you can see weight, that is mass is nothing but weight. 5.975 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. So this much is the weight of the Earth if you take in an average. So this is the weight of the Earth. And one more thing I want to discuss here, speed of the Earth. You can see, as I told you, the Earth will rotate like this. Okay, it is actually shown straight, but it is this axis is tilted around 23.5 degrees. But to understand, I have made it straight. At the poles, we have zero speed, 0 kilometer per hour. If you go towards around 30 degrees to 60 degrees, the speed will go up to 1100 kilometer per hour. 1100 kilometer per hour. If you go towards equator, you can see here 1670, around 1700 kilometer per hour. So this is the speed of Earth at that particular point. As you know, Earth is rotating around itself. That speed at equator will be 1670 kilometer per hour. Again, at the poles, toward the pole, around 70 to 60 degrees centigrade, 60 degrees, we have 1100 kilometer per hour. So this is the speed of Earth around itself. Then diameter of the Earth at poles and at the equator. Equatorial diameter. What is this equatorial diameter? I will tell you. That is 12,758. Actually, 758. It is 758 kilometers. And at the pole, it is 714 kilometers. So what is this pole and equator diameter? I will tell you. So you can see here, these are poles, these are North Pole and South Pole. If you cut the Earth in between, and if it measures the distance, it will be around 12,714 kilometers. And if you cut like this from the equator and see the distance. If you from middle of the earth towards the next end, that will be around 12,758. The difference is around, you can see here, 44 kilometers is the difference of poles and equator diameter. Why? Because at the poles it is little flattened. At the pole it is flattened. So because of that, 44 kilometers will get reduced uh, towards south and north pole. We have flattened tops. It is not round here, it is flat. Because of that, 44 kilometers get reduced diameter. And here you can see, next slide, diameter. Obviously diameter will be half of that. So here you can see equatorial diameter is 12,758. So 12,758. If you divide it by 2, it will be around 6,000. Actually, it is 6371 kilometer is the diameter, radius of Earth. So that means what? If you cut the Earth and from the center, there is a center towards the surface at the equator, if you measure the distance, that will be around 6371 kilometers. 6371 kilometers. So this is the radius of the Earth, and diameter of the Earth is 12758 kilometers diameter. From double, it will be double. The next one is density of Earth. Density is mass per unit area. Density is nothing but mass per unit area. The per unit area is, you can see, cubic centimeters. So what is this cubic centimeter? I will tell you now. So Earth is the densest among all planets. It is the densest among all planets. Earth's density is around 5.51 gram per cc. Okay, whereas if you compare it with the other planets, Mars has 3.93 gram per cc, Venus has 5.24 gram per cc, and Moon has 3.34 gram per cc. What is this gram per cc? I will tell you now. If you take cubic centimeter, means cube. We are taking one cube. If you take, if you mix the Earth's material, okay, or you can take a small cubic centimeter, means what? Cube of 1 centimeter. All sides should be of 1 centimeter. Now all sides should be 1 centimeter. If you take this much material, this much cube of Earth, that will weigh 5.51 gram. Understood? If you take a cube of 1 centimeter length of all the side, and if you weigh that, that will come 5.51 gram per cc. This is the average density of Earth. But if you see, actually it differs. The density will differ. So as you know, you must have heard about, there are 3 layers of Earth. That is crust. You can see crust is there, then mantle is there, then core is there. There are 3 layers of Earth. If you cut the Earth into 2 halves, you can see this is center. Okay. Then if you go towards the surface, or towards the surface only, there are 3 layers. That is crust, mantle, and core. Again, this mantle and core is divided into subgroups. You can see upper mantle and lower mantle, outer core and inner core. Okay. But if you see the average density of this particular layers, like crust has, you can see here, crust has around 2.2 to 2.9 gram per cc. 2.2 to 2.9 gram per cc. That means what? If you take cube, 1 centimeter cube of this particular area, okay, that will weigh around 2.2 to 2.9 gram. If you take the material which is from upper mantle, a cube, it will weigh around 3.4 to 4.4 gram per cc. cubic centimeter. Like this, if you see at the inner core, we have around 13 gram per cc. So if you take a material from that particular core, inner core, and weigh that, that will come around 13.1 gram per cc. So if you take an average, if you take an average, that will come 5.5 gram per cc. The Earth's average density is 5.51 gram per cc. But if you divide the Earth into two separate, sorry, many layers, you can see here layer by layer the density will decrease, especially after lower core, lower mantle. It drastically increases. Drastically increases. Drastically increases. So I hope you understood what is the density and how the density measures, and why the density matters to Earth. I will tell you now. During the formation of Earth, this is the initial during the formation of Earth, the elements, that is oxygen, hydrogen, aluminum, iron, magnesium, all this around, we had 117 elements which are there in periodic table. They were scattered. They were scattered. So due to this gravitational force, and density difference, as you know, if you take a vessel, water you can say, and if you throw two objects, which is lightweight and or lightweight or more dense and less dense, obviously more dense will go at the bottom and less dense will be floating compared to how much density is there at particular element. Same thing occurred with Earth. At the formation of Earth, you can see this Fe and Mg, this went towards the center. You can see nickel as well. These are the denser elements. Because of this, the inner core is made up of Fe and nickel. Inner core is made up of Fe and nickel. And if you go from the center toward the surface, you get lighter and lighter and lighter elements. Like in atmosphere, we have hydrogen, helium, all those noble gases are there. Then carbon dioxide. These all are lighter. Sorry, not carbon dioxide, oxygen or carbon. So these are all lighter elements. In between that, we have intermediate weight or density elements, that is silicon, aluminum, potassium, carbon, nitrogen, sodium, magnesium. These are all intermediate, you can say, density elements. So this is how the density matters. Because of that only, at the center, we have more density of the Earth, that is 13.1 gram per cc, as you have seen in last slide. I hope you understood. Thank you. This is about parameters of the Earth, wherein we had discussed about circumference, shape of the Earth, density of the Earth, mass of the Earth. So almost the things we have discussed. This is a small topic which is there in your book.